Welcome to the show. Draymond Green suspended indefinitely after hitting Nurkic with the backhand. Let's just get right to it. Draymond Green, again, about a month after he got suspended for choke holding, for putting Gobert in a chokehold, he comes and he ends up backhanding Nurkic. And when is it going to stop? I mean, the NBA suspended him indefinitely and they didn't put a timetable on it. And I feel part of the reason is last time when he put Gobert in that chokehold and they only suspended him 5 games, there's a bunch of backlash. Oh, he only got this much. What? He should have got more. So I feel like they did the indefinitely to not put a number on it because one, the Warriors had a game in a couple of days and he had to be suspended. They didn't know how long, so they just didn't put a number on it yet and just put indefinitely. I honestly, overall, think it'll be about a 15 to 20 game suspension. They came out today and they said that he's going to go through 3 weeks of counseling and then it'll be figured out again. And if he comes back after the 3 weeks, it'll be about 13 games he'll miss. So it'll be, and I mean, he'll probably maybe miss a couple more after that. So, like I said, it'll probably be 15 to 20. Um, I he in his post game presser, he said he apologized to Nurkic, but it didn't. He didn't apologize when he was on the court. He never talked to Nurkic. Nurkic after his post game didn't sound like Draymond apologized. He was saying how Draymond needs to get help, and he never once mentioned how Draymond apologized. So I don't know where, when, and if he apologized. If he said he said he did, I almost feel like he said he did to try to make it lesser of a suspension, but I don't know. Maybe he did, and we just didn't see it. But who knows? But I feel like honestly, him getting suspended indefinitely is actually a blessing in disguise for the Warriors because now it's going to force Kerr to play the young guys, something he refuses to do. He refuses to play young guys. I don't know what it is. Like every game, like a young guy will have a game and go, "Oh, this guy deserves PT." A week later, he's back right in the pine, not getting any playing time. It's like with Podz. He'll play. Podz will have a game. Oh, you know what? He's worked hard. He deserves PT. Well, when they played the Kings, he played didn't even get off the bench. It's like, wait a minute. 2 3 weeks ago, you said this guy deserved PT, and now he's not even playing. Same thing with Kuminga. He played. He was sitting right in the pine. He was told he was out of the rotation again, and then they played the Blazers. Warriors are getting ran. He finally puts Kuminga in, and what do you know? Kuminga goes off, and he's playing great. It's like you got to play these young guys. You cannot not play them during the regular season. And then come playoff time and try to play them, and you're like, man, why aren't they ready for this time? Because you're not playing them. How are they supposed to get any experience when you don't play them in the regular season? Uh, and I don't know what it is, but he has something. I don't know if it's because he was a guard in the NBA. He's got his mind stuck on this small ball working. Small ball does not work. You have to have at least one or two big guys in there in the lineup for rim protection. The Warriors have no rim protection at all when they go with their small ball. And if their shots aren't falling, they are screwed. They have no defense out there. Curry can't play defense. Clay can't play defense. And when he does put Podz in there, because he's part of the small ball, he can't play defense. They're traffic cones on defense. Teams are just picking their poison. Ooh, who do we want to go with this time? No, let's go after Curry this time. Next time, ooh, let's go after Clay. It's like they're just picking who do we want to embarrass this time? And if they miss a shot, they just get the rebound. I don't understand it. In the last 2 games against the Nets, they had a 18-point lead at one point. They won by 4. Again, last night against the Blazers, they're up by 22. They had a last second win by 4. Uh, I don't know what it is. He just will not get it out of his mind that the small ball lineup won't work. They have a rookie who's good out of Indiana, TJD, who never gets any PT, and he's like one of the tallest guys on the team. Like, and every time he gets in, he performs pretty well for a rookie. I and he's a good rim protector. He gets rebounds. Last night he had in 18 minutes he had 8 rebounds. That led the team. And he had one about the least amount of minutes, yet he had the most rebounds. It's like you might want to put this guy in. He's performing pretty well and getting you some rebounds and decent rim protector. It's I don't get it. To me, what the lineup should, or what I think they should go with for the lineup to give them some height in the lineup, should go Curry, Kuminga, Moody, Wiggins, and Looney. You can put Clay in there if you want instead of like Wiggins, because Wiggins hasn't been produced. Well, let's be honest, Clay hasn't been producing either until these final 3 games. But I feel like you need to limit Clay's minutes to 15 to 20 minutes a game, because constantly in the first half, he'll go off and have like 16, 17 points in the first half. And then in the second half, 0 points or 2 points. I don't know if it's because he's getting tired. His injuries have probably affected him being able to last throughout the game. So I think in order for Clay to be effective, he needs to be limited to about 15, 20 minutes a game. And just because you're not starting doesn't mean you can't finish. You need, if you make his minutes like 5 here, 5 there, 5 there, come the end of the game, he can still be in there for that final lineup if you need him to shoot. Just because you're not starting doesn't mean you're not going to finish. I think having Clay with Chris Paul would be perfect, because Clay can just run around and get those shots, and he doesn't have to try. Because what happens with Clay a lot is he tries to make his own shot. He's not a playmaker. He can't move like that anymore because of those surgeries. He's a spot up shooter. He can't be making his own shot. Oh, let me drive. No, he's a shooter. That's all he can really do now. I think having CP3 with Clay would help Clay tremendously to get shots up. I think Podz, Clay, Sarek, CP3, and TJD should come off the bench. Have CP3 and Podz, and CP3 would help Podz too. Podz can be that creator, and he can even dish out to Clay. I think he's another one that needs about 20 minutes. You can't have him play too much because, again, he's small. He's a shooting guard in a point guard body. So he's not that great of a point guard. He's not going to be able to give you that many assists. He can give you a decent amount, like 5 a game or so, but he's not going to blow you away with assists, and he has hustle. So you want him in on that bench. And also with Clay coming off the bench, he's going to be going against these these bench, or not bench guys, but like second stringers. He can light them up. He can't play against starters for 40, 35 minutes a game. He just can't do it. He can't last. He doesn't have the defense for that anymore. But you can tell by his interviews, his ego can't take coming off the bench. It's plain and simple. He thinks he's still that Clay. He needs to get it through his head. He is not that Clay. The best job for him for the Warriors right now would be to come off the bench and then play and go and get in a rhythm. He's not that Clay anymore. You can tell even when he came off the surgery, his first game back, what did he do? He started, didn't come off the bench. Like Curry, when he got hurt, what did he do? He came off the bench the first couple of games to get his wind back. Clay, no, his ego will not take coming off the bench. I don't know what it is, but dude, you have to. It's for the best of the team if you were to come off the bench, but it is what it is. Sark, he's another shooter. So I think you need to put CP3 with all these shooters, and there you go. He'll dish it out. He can't shoot. You can't put Curry in a lineup with like Kuminga and Moody, because they can shoot decent, but they're not knockdown shooters. They're more, let me drive to the hole and get this shot. That's what they do. They'll shoot here and there and make some here and there, but they're athletic. They can get to the hoop when they need to. And you pair that with like Curry, that's great. Because if Curry drives, dishes out to them, they may not shoot, pump fake, drive, Curry relocates like he does. They dish it out to Curry, wide open 3. What do you know? And then you have Looney and Wiggins in there. That Wiggins, he can shoot too. He's starting to last game he finally came around, last couple games. He's a big body. He can rebound. He can defend. You have Kuminga and Moody, big bodies, athletic, defend. There you go. You don't, because when they start Curry and Clay, it's cool. You get these big leads, but then by the end of the game, they're worn out. They can't play defense. They just do ISO on either one of them, and you throw in pods in there, and the teams just have a field day. It's just insane. The Nets against the Warriors, the Nets had 50 points in the paint. The Warriors, 36. There's no height on the Warriors. I don't know. Like, someone needs to get it through Kerr's head. Like, hey, you want to play TJG? We drafted him for a reason. We have no height. Play him now. And this all comes back to the preseason. I remember Kerr had a presser, and he said, we realized what our shortcomings were during the playoffs, and we fixed that problem. And I thought about it, I was like, you didn't get any height. What are you talking about? You got smaller. You traded Poole and got CP3. Did he think the only problem they had was turnovers, not defense and height? Because they have not fixed the height problem at all. They're constantly getting outpointed in the key because they have no one to stop them. Because Kerr, Clay, even CP3 nowadays, and Podz, they're traffic cones out there. People are just going around them with easy layups. They have no one to protect the paint. So I don't know what Kerr is thinking. It's like he's trying to make it like Death Lineup Part 2 with the small ball. But no, if anything, it's a Death Lineup for them. They let the leads evaporate like crazy. It used to be, oh, no lead is safe with the Warriors because they'll always come back. Now it's for the Warriors, no lead is safe because they'll allow the other team to come back. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm a Kings fan, so I'm a little biased, but let me know. Am I just clueless and not knowing what I'm talking about? Or do you agree with what I'm saying and maybe or they should play these younger guys a little bit more? That's just what the little that I've watched, that's what I get. I mean, I understand Moody and Kuminga, they have their shortcomings on defense, but at least they're athletic enough to where they can make up for it. And if they do get behind, they can make a block or something like that, to where Curry and Clay, they get by, they can't do nothing. So let me know down below. What do you think? Should the Warriors, is it time for the Warriors to start getting a little concerned? I mean, if the playoffs were to start today, I know we're only like 25 games in, they wouldn't even be in the play-in. They're outside the play, and they'll be a lottery team, which is crazy when you think about it. Because there was this at the beginning of the season, there was talk about them being a playoff team, battling for the championship. I don't know. To me, it feels like the wheels are kind of falling off. But yeah, let me know. Hit subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit a star. Let me know. See you on the other side.